These came in handy, by the way.
I like those. I had fun.
I had to open a bottle of vodka, and I was just like,
They're good vodka opening gloves.
I couldn't do it with anything
Vodka.
Mr. Justin, move your chair more towards the lady, please.
And eat the mic.
Thank you. No, you're cool with the mic.
this
Am
a
I
good
eating
spot?
the mic? I think I'm eating the mic well.
Hey, you sound good.
Yeah.
All right, everybody
Hello.
can hear everybody. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And okay, we like to start off. Anyways, I like to start off the first round with
hold on a minute.
beefs. I won't start just yet.
Please, hold on a minute.
Let's
We're gonna pause.
I
edit.
have to do this because otherwise you're going to look terrible leaning towards this stupid thing here. So I'm just bring it here. Aha. And I'll eat up
Make
your
it more
game.
oral friendly.
Yes.
Oral friendly.
Yes.
There's a
like
Kevin.
that.
You've been really good with the sound bites lately, Kevin.
Every once
I
in a
love
while.
it,
very
man. Just
oral.
Keep,
This is very
And that's
orally
what she
friendly.
keep them coming.
That's what she said.
Okay,
I'll
thanks,
try.
Scott.
Oral friendly for sure.
That's
right.
what she said.
Thank you.
There.
Fernando.
I'm enjoying the
Maybe
beef
lower
round.
your chair.
Yeah.
Beef round's fun.
Uh,
If we can get the appropriate
Oh.
height of Justin.
Oh,
Justin has just now figured
he
out
looks-
chair technology.
Tai
chi.
This is a
Tai chi.
milestone in his life.
Absolutely.
Yep, you start taking Tai Chi, you see what happens?
chair.
You figure shit out.
Chair pose.
Become one with the podcast.
Boom.
Nice. Nice stance. Podcast. Here we go, everybody.
And-
Welcome
and
to
we're on.
IATQ. I'll ask the question. Season 3. You don't need this anymore?
I don't know. It wasn't your thing.
I don't know if I need it or not. A lot of this is just for show and shits and gigs. We're going to get into beefs. We're going to get into stories. We're going to get into questions. As always, please stick around to the end because that's when the best stuff happens.
Absolutely.
Right when you fall asleep. That's what's good. The show's good for. It's
Yep.
like a going to sleep show.
Right
A shot of NyQuil.
Right before bedtime.
No, I'm kidding. Anyways, let's go around the room. Who's going to be on the panel to start off season 3? You never know. You know, people die, experts die all the time. It's a very dangerous job I have you guys go through. But starting off season
Research
3,
can be rough.
episode 13, we have Scott Lee, MD, to my left, answering the who question. He'll probably have
Welcome,
something to say about
Scott.
the what question because Austin the Giant Lewis was on what. He's not here this week.
Oh, no.
He's dead. I don't know how he died. Who cares? He's dead.
Who was it?
Austin the Giant Lewis.
He is a large
That rep?
man.
Also, our experts do not watch
joins.
this show because we're not vain. We don't like to look at ourselves, right?
No, God, no.
No. Okay. Anyways, who, what, where is Kevin Seadog Wilcox? What's up, Kevin?
Thank you. Glad to be back around the table again.
All right.
Nice
good
to be here.
Good to see you. We got a good energy show. Justin's dug into the Pringles already. Not even waiting his turn to be introduced. That's fine. We have BTSG with us. She's on the where question.
Second
and
time.
She's a really good expert. She's only had like
does smell
2
good
days
as well.
to study her question.
She smells fantastic.
Thank you.
So it's just not a clever name. It's a fact.
It is a fact.
And then on the how, we have Justin Red Dog McKnight.
These came in handy, by the way.
I like those. I had fun.
I had to open a bottle of vodka, and I was just like,
They're good vodka opening gloves.
I couldn't do it with anything
Vodka.
All right, let's start off the beefs. We're back in it. My beef happens to be all the passwords that I need at work for my fucking email, my goddamn benefits, the stupid health check thing. There's like 5 of them, and they all can't be the same because then, you know, what's the point of having a password
And
if
they're all
going
going
to
to change every 6 months.
And every 6 months. But the thing that pisses me off, it's like, what's the national security with my work email? There's no useful information that you can get from me in my work email, you know? I mean, it's like, can't I just like email? Irrelevant. I might
had
need to
me
know
at-
that. Irrelevant. But I got to have a password for this fucking shit. And I'm
You
done
had
with
me
it.
at no useful information.
Yeah, exactly. So
I like that.
that's my beef.
I love that.
You guys like passwords?
God, no.
Okay.
I hate passwords.
I hate the fact that you
Retinal
need
scan.
passwords.
I think a
Easier.
retinal scan would
That's
be
a
great.
Much
Deeper.
easier.
Observation.
Fingerprint,
Yeah.
Retinal scan and fingerprint.
face recognition.
Yeah, kind of like Face ID.
No,
Yeah.
their phones are doing it. Why can't
Yeah.
anything else do it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, why can't they put a
Careful
little
what you
thing on
wish
top?
for.
As long as
Yes,
I don't have
that-
to use
that
my
brings
face
me to
to
my
start
beef.
my car.
Okay, we'll go to you, Scott.
Yeah.
What,
That's
what
a good-
happens if
that's
you have a
good segue.
doppelganger?
Social credit scores.
I'll ask the questions. Wait,
Social
stay
credit
tuned.
scores is my beef.
Scott's okay. Go.
Some people don't think we have social credit scores, but
Ah.
au contraire, we do have social credit scores. And you'll see it being a bigger part of your life as technology advances and AI gets into your personal life even more. So I'm concerned, quite frankly. I'm shocked and chagrined about this.
Are you talking about like central bank digital currencies sort of things?
I'm talking about
everything's tied to it?
everything you do. If you cross the street, if we put cameras on every component of our daily world outside of our houses and inside of our houses, there'll be a dystopia that none of us could really imagine.
And it's being sold to us as a utopia.
Yes, smart city, same thing. And look how well that worked out in China for the CCP. Works out great for you. So, you know, you
social
can't
credit
go
scores.
into even a supermarket without face recognition. And
They don't even let
China.
you in.
they don't let you in. You can't buy anything. You will go hungry. But, you know, maybe there'll be a whole black market of, hey, can I use your face? Well, I wouldn't want to use your face. Maybe.
Maybe.
No,
You use
I'll
Kevin's
use
face.
her face.
Okay.
Can I use?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, so
we can all
that's,
use Kristen's
that's
face.
kind of a little
Good
beef.
call.
I
She's
got
on
you a
the
little.
next t-shirt.
Did I get you all a little scared?
No,
Just
because
slightly?
I've been studying this quite a bit, and I've desensitized myself to it, and just like I don't think they're gonna get away with it. I don't think it's gonna get that
It's
far.
like every episode of Black Mirror.
He doesn't
Yeah.
think we're going to get away with it.
What happens if there's
I
a
mean, I know
doppelganger?
everything is in place to make that happen. They've done a lot of time putting in the infrastructure to make that happen. Like, you know, the chip in your card, for instance, is always with you, tracks you where you go, what you buy. It's
The
got a
chip
record
in
of
your car
everything.
also.
The chip in your car. And
RF chips.
The part that's going to be a problem is when it becomes part of us as people. Like, they want to stick these chips
They've
in
already
your-
have that
and-
technology.
They do. There's a
And
lady
people
on
are doing it
TikTok
already.
who has a chip.
Yes.
And she just puts it by her front door,
Yes.
lets her in.
I
Yeah.
remember
Chip
just-
girl, they call her.
I used to
Apple
talk
Pay?
about
I think
this.
I
this
don't know
is
about
very
that, but-
appropriate right here.
Crazy.
Yeah, there you go.
Chips or nanoparticles with chips.
What if
Deep,
you have a
Scott.
twin? Like I have a twin.
I'll ask the questions. You have a twin?
Yeah,
I
remember-
have another brother?
The Dutch guy, the famous Dutch dart.
Oh,
player.
you're saying doppelganger.
Correct.
Yes.
Can you use their face
No.
face
on
off.
facial
No,
ID?
because you're not quite close enough, I don't think.
Okay.
You have the same rotund head
Yes.
and reddish color,
Okay.
do you? But I don't know. You're a little bit different.
Okay.
And I'm blanking on that
It's a
man's
lot
name,
different.
but
Yeah.
I think he's the current world champion
Yes.
darts player.
Yeah.
Is Dutch.
Dutch.
Gerwin is his last name.
Van Gerwen.
Van Gerwen.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
so bad.
Yeah.
I know I should know this, but
Yeah.
anyways, good beef, Scott.
Your wife will be mad.
I'm with you on that one.
You're with me,
I
okay.
don't want to be. I'm pro freedom. I'm pro human. Not a political show, but
But
let's go with Kevin and see what his beef is. What's your beef, Kevin?
So I don't normally shop at this store, but I understand why there is a whole website devoted to the people of Walmart.
Okay.
I had to go to Walmart the other day because I needed to pick up a filter for a pitcher that I
Alright.
couldn't find anywhere else. And, you know, Walmart's got everything. And just getting in a parking lot was ridiculous. Just trying not to get hit by somebody with their cart was, you know.
Not paying attention,
And
but
people just leaving the carts.
They've got
we
like a
talked
piano
about.
attached to it or something.
Cray, or, you know, they've got 17 kids and
Yeah.
they're putting them all in one cart and one's like stuck underneath the cart. And I mean, it's absolutely, and people that are trying to pull out on top of each other. And I try to avoid it, but every once in a while.
It's
I need to get
amazing there
there.
aren't more accidents in specifically Walmart
It's
parking lot.
crazy.
And then there's a family of 10 that pop out of a Ford Focus, and you're like, wait a minute.
Nobody's
It's like a
wearing.
clown
How'd that happen?
Nobody's wearing shirts.
Yeah, you're like,
Half of them got
Or
pants on.
They've got
I
their
never go to
Sunday
Walmart.
best beater on or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and then you get inside and people are starting to use more and more of the scanners. And
The auto
not
checkout
using-
ones?
Yeah, the auto
Yeah.
checkout ones. And
We
they
discussed
don't
this
know
in this
how.
episode here.
Yeah, yeah. Roger had a beef about
Yeah.
that, and
Rest in peace.
So yeah,
see,
people
dog,
at Walmart,
those are my people.
they're your people.
Scott
sorry,
likes the
I'm-
Walmart people.
Oh, I
sorry,
hate
I'm-
Walmart.
I'm
I will
jumping on
pay
your people.
triple
I love the people.
just not to go.
They're
Yeah.
interesting.
I'm not even a fan
workers?
of Target either.
Everyone, they're just
Do you-
interesting. It's a show.
Do you go to Walmart sometimes just to sit down and people
Yeah,
watch?
absolutely.
Is that a fun
Yeah,
pastime?
it's an outing with the family.
It's
we
a
load
good-
up the Winnebago and we get in the parking
Put
lot.
the 6
and
kids in there
yeah.
without the seatbelts.
No
Bucket-
seatbelts.
bucket of popcorn.
Seat
Fucking it
belts.
all up today.
Apparently.
So yeah, it's
good at that.
It's interesting if you're a people watcher.
Oh no, I agree with it. 100%. But I'm like, it's a good thing
When
that
you
everybody
have
has phones.
commerce to conduct there, it's not so nice. But if
No.
you're going there
But they do
specifically to
have
watch
cheap
for
food.
entertainment, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's entertainment
That's where
value.
we're-
Park in the
That's why we
back
have a
somewhere.
Park in the back.
Start
you
watching
can
a parking lot
I
first.
didn't know I had to have.
Here's an interesting Walmart story. I was, and this is the reason I don't play the homeless lottery anymore. So for you, those of you who don't know what the homeless lottery is, I used to you keep change in your car. You know, it accumulates. You go through drive-through, you get change or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it would accumulate my car, and the first homeless person I would see begging for money, I'd give them all the change, and I call that the homeless lottery.
Gotcha.
I love that.
This is what ruined it. I went into Walmart one day, and there's 2 people holding a sign, "Help us, God bless you," blah, 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 anything helps. And I'm like, all right, cool. Maybe when I come out, I'll give them a little something. So I'm coming out, and I see this guy get off this Harley. Or no, he's coming over, and he's talking to these people, and they give the sign to him, and he walks off, gets on a Harley, drives away. Fucking nice, vintage, a Springer
Probably
front end, gorgeous,
$50,000
soft tail.
motorcycle.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice motorcycle. And these guys are just working it. They're going parking
Yep.
lot to parking lot like a shift, begging like they're getting,
Love
give me
that.
money,
Yep.
and people will give money. So that ruined the
Wounded
homeless lottery
vets.
for me.
It's kind of a job,
Gotcha.
I never donate in that
but
realm.
not
anymore.
really.
Right.
It's called begging. That's the job
he's
is
gotta make
begging.
that
and,
Harley payment.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I shouldn't give them
He
anything.
needed another Harley.
Maybe they're good at it. In India, people will cut off a leg and things like that so they could become
pretty
better
extreme.
beggars. That's committed to your craft.
Wow.
That's true.
That's-
I would never give
Yeah.
it. Never.
You've seen
that-
this?
Seen it in Pakistan.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Mothers would actually mutilate their kids to make
No
themselves
shit.
look more pathetic so they can get something on the streets. Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Hate
when that
I have
happens.
learned something completely
Yeah.
new.
That is
wow.
Way to
scary
go,
business.
Kevin.
It's crazy.
Man, we had Roger Downer hour. Now it's Kevin's turn, I guess.
Oh,
It's filling the void
I got
of
more
Downer.
for you.
Oh,
Thanks, Kevin. Anyways, BTSG, what's your beef?
I didn't know I had to have one.
Okay, you should watch the show before you come on. don't worry, none of the other experts watch either. Nobody gives a shit but me, I guess.
No beefs at all.
You got nothing, that's pissing you off?
Nothing.
Something's got to get under your skin.
You know, it's probably probably doesn't bother anybody, but the fucking Christmas glitter.
Okay, I think people
Yes.
can connect with it.
Yes. My mother-in-law. Oh, fuck. She used to put it all over the house, and
And
I
it's
just
Christmas all
Are you
year
speaking of
long.
the tinsel?
no,
Or
just
the
glitter
glitter.
on
So-
everything.
Does she
takes
make
you a
like
year
crafts,
just to
like
clean it up.
cards, and put
No,
glitter
it's
on
just
it?
glitter
She
on
just-
everything, and then it's on the
going
dogs
around
for
just
6
throwing
months
it
later.
around.
that's right.
Right?
I
But
just
it will
I
show
can't-
up on
Pixie
X-ray.
dust and
Yes.
everything.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I have to say, take that glitter off before you get
Take the
X-ray.
pasties and the glitter off.
Yes.
I will do that next time.
All right.
I didn't know it showed up and you could see it. Sorry about that.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry,
No harm, no
doctor.
foul. We got a lateral view also.
He was confused at your X-rays for a while. He's like, "What the hell? Did she get hit with a shotgun? What is this?"
It's a glitter
Oh,
bomb.
fuck, it's glitter. Pasties, damn it.
That's after one day of work.
Red Dog, tell us what your beef is.
Carols.
Carols?
Carols?
Like Christmas carols or people like
Christmas
carol?
carols, caroling, Pete Carroll, coach of the Seahawks.
Here we go.
Oh.
And my dad's ex, Carol.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I liked her.
I did like her.
I thought she was nice. What do you got to beef with her for?
No, I got a
Well,
question. Do you guys have the same mom and dad?
I'll ask the questions. We have the same mother, different
Different
dads.
Okay. All right. I was wondering what that dynamic was. Okay.
Why we look so different?
Yeah. Continue on.
Yeah, well, I liked her when she was with my father, but now that we're back in town, she knows we're here. She's
You mean you and Kathleen?
correct. She's acted like we
Were
are
you guys close
non-existent.
when they were
we
together?
were pretty close.
What do you mean?
I mean, she gave me her car. She gave me her
That's
Monty
true.
to move to Texas.
That was
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
And now you have a beef with her.
I guess,
You're
yeah.
looking like an asshole, dude.
Yeah. Sorry.
She tried to help you out.
You
now
got a
you hate
car
her.
out of it.
Yeah, I
Come
mean,
on.
I'm kidding.
It was just planned the whole
just
time.
say hi.
So why is your beef? Because she's not saying hi, knowing that
Just
you're
say
here
hello.
now.
Just say hello.
Have you reached out to her? Maybe.
We have.
Oh.
And she's shunned you.
She's shunned us.
I can see
Shunning.
why.
A shunning.
Been
Shunnings
shunned.
are good
You got-
sometimes.
But
not
mostly
like
Pete
this.
Carroll.
Okay, that's what my next question. Why do you hate Pete Carroll?
Because of his face.
Just his face?
Yeah, he's just got that face. Like Chucky. You remember Chucky?
He's like one
No,
of
that's
those
like
guys.
a Tom Brady face. I hate
Yes,
his fucking face.
I don't like Tom Brady face.
It's just, he's always chewing gum.
No, he's a fucking
He's
asshole.
always pissed off. Even when his team's doing good, Pete Carroll's like pissed off. It's like, why?
Bill
All right.
Belichick's
You're winning.
the same way.
Yeah.
All right.
You're winning. Why mad?
Yeah.
Why Christmas carols?
Because they're annoying. And most of the people that sing them don't sing them well.
Okay, I know. what
Like
you're talking
caroling.
about.
Like, going door to door and caroling.
Like one of our prominent relatives.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's awful.
We won't say any names. Can't sing for a crap.
She loves singing,
and
though.
she thinks she is fantastic.
Edith
she
Bunker?
thinks she
Know a
thinks
lot of
she
people
is.
like that.
Is that right?
She thinks she's Diana Ross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love her to
that
death.
could only be
Good
one.
try.
Yeah.
You're destroying an illusion right now.
No, she doesn't listen to us. It's fine.
Yeah.
She watches the show and doesn't.
She doesn't actually register.
So she'd be like everybody else. In
She's
other
like, "Oh,
words.
you guys are on a show.
So
Isn't that
cute.
Mom,
What are
we're
you talking about?
Talking about her dicks and farts, and she's like, "This is so sweet. You kids are so cute."
Look at you all on your little podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Your little TV show.
Right. Fernando, can you hit us with the beef, or you too busy sound effecting? Fernando's got good beefs. In 3,
Oh,
2,
I think he's registering.
1, beef.
He might be AI, actually.
Did you guys program Fernando this morning?
Maybe we did.
I don't think he's working.
I think maybe because I got here first, maybe I programmed him.
Are his batteries low? Maybe. Did you charge Fernando?
I forgot to charge
You
Fernando.
didn't
All right.
plug them in.
I forgot to plug him in when I got here. I
All
didn't
right.
know
Well,
that was
that's another glitch that we got to work through. I mean, we don't got to worry about your sound anymore because you're here.
Yay.
So that's good. You got nothing to screw up yet. All right. So let's move into our question round. Hi, everybody. Bryce Brizzle McKnight with IATQ. I'll ask the questions on location in downtown Saint Augustine. Out on the man on the street interviewing people for questions. She looks like she wants to be interviewed. 5 questions. You want to do 5 questions? You're amazing. What is your name?
Laura.
Laura, thank you very much. I'm Bryce Brizzle McKnight with I'll Ask the Questions. This is a podcast we film every Saturday
Great.
in St. Augustine. It's,
I love it.
guy humor, so you may hate it. But I'm not trying to trick you. It's not political, anything like
Okay.
that. I'm just going to ask you 5 questions, and I just want to know your answers.
Okay.
All right, so it starts with, who holds the record for the world's tallest stack of M&Ms?
I have absolutely no idea.
Fair enough. The reason everybody is here, especially Scott. I'm going to start it off with who. Scott, your question was and is, who holds the record for the world's tallest stack of M&Ms? These two are laughing because they know why I asked this question, and
would
we'll get to
be-
that shortly.
That would be Iraq's Ibrahim Sadiq, and the stack was 7.
They're up to
M&Ms.
7 now?
Up to 7, but
Wow.
the people at the Guinness Book think there might be some foul play in the type of
shenanigans.
M&M, and maybe crazy glue goes a long way with that stackings.
I would
So-
believe it because
okay.
I've seen it.
Thank you, Kristen.
Yes.
This is the reason I asked the question as an excuse to talk about me.
Bryce Brizzle McKnight.
That was a big fucking to do that day.
That was a big fucking
I
to-do
mean,
today.
yeah.
For those of you watching at home, here's what happened.
They may not have had clean scopes, but we did see
Yes.
the stacking of the M&Ms.
Thank you very and you were in the room while it happened.
Correct.
So she
I
can
was,
corroborate
yes.
everything I am about to say. I once tied the record for the world's tallest
He
stack
sure
of
as did.
M&Ms.
Yes.
Sure as heck
With
did. I seen it.
5. The record was 6 at the time. And no, the record was 5 at the time. And I was trying to break the record
Right.
with 6. And I have that on video. I can't do this.
Yes, you can.
And I did submit this to the Guinness people, but the rule is you have to film everything from front to stop, from showing the packet of M&Ms
And
to
you're at
opening
work.
the packet of M&Ms to stacking the M&Ms.
Yes.
So my attempt at the breaking of the record, which I failed at in the video, which maybe I'll put here if you're lucky, that I stacked 5 M&Ms
You
on
sure
top
did.
of each
Might
other,
have to
and
go
she
to a
was there
different
and
I was
saw
there.
it. And it's extraordinarily difficult.
Yes.
I believe it.
It's unbelievable. So there's like a thing. You start stacking them, and they're like a hard candy shell, so they slide off really easily. So the more you work with them, they get a little bit tacky, a little bit, and so they stick a little easier. I guess I got to wrap this shit up. So you stack them on top, but then it sticks to your hands, and then they all fall over. Anyways, next one. All right. So Kevin's question is:
I just remember the amount of concentration that was put in. I
It
mean,
takes
you were
an-
just.
I tried it. I
staring.
couldn't even do 2.
this speaks volumes about how exciting it is to work where I
Right.
work. So that I have to
Especially-
go around and stack
yeah,
M&Ms in my
where you work.
downtime.
Yeah.
All right. Austin unfortunately died. I don't know why,
his
but
way
he's
in?
dead. He died on his way in. We'll say in traffic. Sorry. Rest in peace, Austin.
He got
A
tailgated.
tailgater.
His question was what? I'm just going to throw it out there. Open round. Whoever knows it, just shout it out when you know it. The question is, what does the next global shock look like? The next question is, what does the next global shock look like?
The next global shock.
Yeah, what does that look like? Any predictions? The way things are headed?
Hopefully a real estate crash so I can buy a house.
Oh, very good. She could probably be an expert on our show, actually.
Can I show you?
Go, when you know it. Justin's going to demonstrate. Apparently, I'll ask the questions. Yes, you can. This is what the next global shock looks like,
There it is.
as expressed in interpretive dance by Justin. So that's what everybody in the planet's going to do.
Global shock wave.
We don't know what's going to cause it, but that's what it looks like.
And he just moved. It's coming next for him. He'll move soon. Oh, see?
Wow, this is going to like spread like wildfire.
Yeah.
Like 100 people are
Yeah.
going to like do this. Now.
Everybody's got to drop their
100.
laptops.
I tend to disagree with that.
Okay.
All right, let's hear it, expert.
EMP.
All right, that's a little more
It's a little bit-
realistic, maybe.
Yeah. No, I don't. I hope not. But it'll shut everything down just
that would be
like
rough.
that.
Like a weaponized EMP or like a pulse from the sun?
Well, we've been getting a whole bunch of solar
Flares
Yeah,
and-
flares and things been hitting, kind of cannonballs from the sun,
Oh.
coming our way. So no, maybe an EMP. There seems like there's a lot of things going on in the world.
Okay.
And that might
Anybody
be
else?
Certainly
Do
knock
you know
that
what it looks
AI
like?
thing out.
AI?
No.
Well, I mean, it would certainly knock that out.
That would be maybe
Get
good.
an EMP.
Yeah, all our electricity would be
Might be a
kaput
good thing.
for a while.
Yes.
That would be horrible. Yeah.
Then the show would be off the air and everyone would be happy.
what would we? What would we do?
We'd have to sit
Stack
around the fire.
M&Ms.
Are you listening, China? This is how you get rid of us.
We would just do this and
All
pretend that it was
127 of us.
still going on.
Right now, they
127
have
strong.
plans just so they can get this show off the air.
That's right. I don't think they need
EMP
to really
blast.
do a whole lot to get
Good
it
luck.
off the air. It's not
China
really-
is nervous.
China's
I
nervous.
think China's
IATQ.
scared. China's scared.
IATQ. Yep.
Okay, Kevin, I'm going to ask you and have asked you, and now you will answer. So the next question I'm going to ask you is, where did you hide the jewels?
They're currently at a pawn shop.
She pawned her jewels, everybody.
Yeah.
So they are available.
My ex-husband.
Her ex-husband, okay. They are available for purchase.
They are available for
What's the
purchase.
name of the pawn shop?
It's somewhere in Stewart.
Somewhere in
I
Stewart,
can't remember.
Florida.
Yeah, Stewart, Florida.
Okay, fair enough. Welcome to Saint Augustine, by the way. Your question is, where did you hide the jewels?
Yeah, this was
That's
a
what she
head
said.
scratcher.
A lot of
because,
hiding questions lately.
I mean, I could go with the
The Pulp
Christopher
Fiction?
Walken
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction
Right
thing.
up the
but,
asshole.
How
many jewels can he hold?
If I told
Go.
you,
Well,
where I
one
hid-
watch, so whatever your it's
Well, it was
equivalent
just a
of that.
watch, right? And it was And
A
but
vintage
if I
watch.
told you where I hid the jewels, they wouldn't be hidden anymore.
What a
So
clever
can't-
answer. That's
I
very
can't
expert of you.
define that. But fun fact: the difference between a gem and a jewel is just the jewel's been cut, or the gem has been cut.
Okay, so a gem is like the raw stone
No,
that
yes,
comes out of the
yeah,
ground.
yeah.
And the
The
jewel
jewel
is
is what
the
it
artistic
becomes.
cuts.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
nice.
yeah, I can't
Jewelry.
tell you where they're at.
We learn
As
all
in
sorts of shit
jewelry.
here.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Red Dog.
So
Okay, so you're not going to
yeah,
tell us,
I
basically.
can't tell you. No.
All right, fair
Then
enough.
it wouldn't be hidden anymore.
If he told you, he'd have to kill you.
Right.
And I don't want that.
No.
No way.
No,
Who
just don't
knows
be
how
on a
many
bicycle.
Kevin's killed? How many unclaimed bodies are out there? Because
Yeah.
There are
That's
children.
exactly.
teasing.
There are children that are born with recessed jewels.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Like Jamie Lee
That is
Curtis.
true.
Yes.
Oh my God! Seriously.
Yes.
Here's the thing I saw the other
Yes.
day on Twitter. Remember years ago, the rumor about Marilyn Manson taking a rib out?
so he could do himself.
How did that spread around the world?
I don't know.
Well, there was no Facebook. There was no
was
Twitter.
internet
question.
yet?
We think that
Just
maybe AOL.
Rudimentary chat rooms.
My AOL.
That's what I
is
was
how it's
thinking.
that was the first.
But that's crazy,
MySpace.
though.
First internet rumor.
I don't know, but that's crazy though. How did it go from?
think
I was in
MySpace.
Chicago. You think MySpace?
Yeah.
MySpace.
But
that-
everybody in this
Yeah.
room heard it.
I think
was
that
the
was
first
around
big
back
one.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was
maybe
right
that
around.
was it.
Yeah, maybe it was the first thing to go viral. I'm thinking.
The first viral internet story was
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson removing ribs so he could
Suck himself off.
Fellatio.
However you want to call it.
Fellatio, really?
Soak himself off. Okay. All right. Thanks, Kevin.
Interesting.
See
Very
where
good.
this is going.
Now we'll ask Kristen our question of when.
Thank you.
Okay, our next question is when did the shit hit the fan?
Oh God. When I found out my husband of 10 years was having an affair.
Kaboom! And screw you, ex-husband, because you don't deserve that. Nobody
That's
deserves that. So I'm sorry that happened to you.
It was more for him than me.
Oh.
I'm great. He's
Oh.
not doing so good.
Oh.
So the shit really hit the fan for him.
Excellent point. Very good. All right, thank you. And her question is, when did the shit hit the fan?
Could you be more vague?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
that's what
I
we
said
do here.
in my life, in the world. He said it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Nobody cares what the answers are, really.
You're the
or
expert.
questions.
Yeah.
I don't know when the shit hit the fan. I
Or
really
has
don't.
it?
It's always
Is
had
it a perpetual
No, it's
hitting
just-
of the fan with the shit?
all the time.
Just different lumps?
Yeah.
Different
Just
size lumps?
different
of shit?
things.
And
The
then
fan's always
different
going.
The
splatters.
fan is always going, and there's always shit hitting
different size splatters each time.
it. Yes. Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
It's never going to be
Reference
perfect.
Billy Joel.
Ah.
Reference Billy Joel. Maybe a future question. Who started the fire?
There's
Stick
that's
around
right.
for that one,
Who
everybody.
started
Right.
the fire?
If you
It
wanna
was always
know.
burning since the world's been turning.
We
Yeah.
didn't start it. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
Very
right.
good.
So the
point.
shit's always been hitting the fan.
it always
eventually.
has been.
Always.
I
is
don't like
the
to put it
answer.
that
Way,
way. I'd
shape,
say,
or
All right,
form.
Scott, let's hear your
I always usually
twist.
say that it's actually fecal matter striking the rotary oscillator.
Oh.
Kind of cleans up things a little bit.
It does.
And then you have to clean
Because
things
it's-
up after anyway.
This is a family-friendly show.
It
Yes.
is.
Sure it is.
Thank you for.
have to-
Then why are we here?
Thank you for
About
PG.
shitting in the fan.
We're going to
us.
give it a little bit of a different level.
Daddy, what do they mean by shit hitting the fan?
Definitely. Thank you for bringing.
Not the
Try not to use
Walmart
that word.
clientele.
Oh, sorry. Shitting rocks.
Yeah, nice reference. Good try.
For some reason, that is my wife's favorite word.
Shit.
She's Chinese.
trying to make this
she's
PG.
Chinese, and some of the words, she does not like swear words. But for some reason, she loves using the word shit.
Shit's a fun word.
I don't know why, but she loves it.
Rolls
So-
off the tongue nicely.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like thank you. Shit, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Shishi.
What's
Shit,
what's
shit.
the Chinese for thank you?
Shishi.
Shit,
Shit,
shit.
shit. Yeah.
Shishi.
Yeah.
Shishi. ne.
Shit.
We learned so
Yeah.
much. I just love it.
Me from me means I farted. Me from P.
You would know that.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good piping up. Yeah.
Way to chime in.
Somebody
Justin.
knew that.
That's why you're the expert.
How
Let's
would you know that?
ask questions. How do you know that?
I had a young lady that I went to college briefly with. She
It's
was
the same
Mandarin.
lady that tattooed Enter the Dragon on
Yes,
his back.
yes, exactly. She
Chinese
was
letters.
Mandarin Chinese, and she taught me that. That was the only thing she taught me,
Okay.
among other things, but that was all.
She knew you were
Name one
unteachable.
of the
Oh,
things she taught you.
yeah.
This is getting
Do
good.
tell.
Electric boogie.
She taught you the electric boogie?
Yeah,
You really like the
she
electric
really
boogie.
told me the electric boogie.
This is terrible. This is why we get shut off of Facebook, because of you.
I did get kicked off of Facebook, just so everyone knows.
Were you in
For
Facebook jail or
posting
you
one of our
totally?
videos?
Facebook jail
You got
for
locked
posting
out?
my body.
For the punishment
I
episode?
think for the punishment episode,
because
they did
we
not
waxed your
like
chest.
that. Yeah,
Facebook does
Yeah.
not like.
They did not like
open-
that.
Oh,
Sorry, Facebook.
really?
I
Fucking Mark.
apologize.
Sounds discriminatory to me.
Sorry.
I thought they were inclusive at Facebook. I guess not. That's just the way
Social
you are.
credit
We'll
score
stay on
went
YouTube then.
That's fine. Fuck Facebook. How about that?
We'll go to YouTube.
Shut my page down. All 24 of my followers. Fuck you.
Yeah, Mark.
Mark. Yeah, Zuckerberg.
Notice
All right, let's ask Justin his how question. Our final question, and I thank you so much for doing this, by the way. This is great. Our final question is, how did Mars lose its atmosphere?
Oh my God, I wish I knew. Do you know the answer? Because I'd love to know. I have
We've
no idea.
had several answers. If you watch episode 12 of I'll Ask the Questions.
Yeah. 13.
Thank you very much. See, I'm not very good at my own show. I appreciate it so much.
That was
It's very
great.
nice to meet you. You're the best. So
Have a lovely day.
yes, you as well. Thank you very much. Sweet. Justin, I asked you, how did Mars lose its atmosphere?
So
If anybody can answer it, it's Justin.
Yeah. So I've actually had time to research this, and I have two theories. I have the actual answer, which Mars lost its atmosphere because of solar wind and radiation. Its low gravity and mass. These factors made the upper layers of the atmosphere very escape into space basically and be eroded by meteor impacts.
Wow, my head hurts.
Sounds like
Mars
something
used
we
to
could
have
do
a
with Justin, huh?
Mars used to
I
have
don't
a
know, it
thicker
sounds
atmosphere,
expensive.
and apparently billions of years ago could actually support life.
Were there Martians?
That is a question. So that's one theory. My theory is, so speaking of which, Mars is a cold, dry planet. My theory is that Elliot,
what?
Like my
It's a what?
ex-wife.
cold and dry planet, believe it or not.
Kind of
Okay.
like my ex-wife.
Your ex-wife is a cold and dry planet? That's harsh, dude.
Ouch. Here's my
She
theory.
must have been enormous.
My theory is that Elliot was giving E.T.
Oh, we're back to E.T. referencing.
fellatio at a very high ratio. Fellatio at a high ratio. And right before E.T. was about to blow his load,
Okay.
he gasped in and sucked away all of Mars's atmosphere.
He's just a little dude. He couldn't do that.
No. E.T.
So
is an
Elliot was
alien.
blowing ET on Mars.
Correct. And when he
Okay.
was about to...
He wanted to avoid the
and maybe it's
pedophile
red
laws, I
because
guess.
of his finger.
And they got there on Epstein's private jet. Just to make the story even
landed on the
weirder.
moon.
That is
If
exactly...
that's at all
I think that's
possible.
exactly how Mars lost his atmosphere.
Because of E.T. and Elliot.
Fellatio at high ratio.
Fellatio.
at a high ratio.
Okay. Whatever.
Wow, there's a little bit of secrecy
It made
there.
me slightly uncomfortable, that whole story.
That did too. I didn't
See,
My
like
girls hate that movie.
I do too.
Hate
I
it.
liked it when I was a kid, and then I watched it again. I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Now
Just
you
doesn't
can
have
look
the
at it.
same
Now you
effect.
can watch it again and laugh and realize
Thank
what
you.
was really going on.
Well,
in
Kevin
the background.
explained exactly what
We
went
talked
on
about
in
that.
episode 2.
Two. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. This new round we've been doing is culinary questions. These questions come from people in the culinary world. They can be servers, chefs, bus people, whatever. Justin has been kind enough to gather these questions, but I'll ask the questions. And the first one that Chef D would like to know, shout out to Chef D. Thank you for your questions.
Thank you, Chef D.
Who is Chef Pierre Escoffier?
Escoffier.
Escoffier. I
that-
butchered it. I apologize.
It's okay.
Is that Boyardee?
Was that Chef Boyardee?
Is that?
Would you like the real answer?
Yes, I would. I'll ask questions. I would like the real answer.
Sorry. Chef Pierre Escoffier was the creator, basically the originator of French cuisine. That's
Really?
where French
Like
cuisine came
what time
from.
period is this?
I want to say, I'm going to probably butcher this, but I'm going to go with like,
Early 19th century?
early 19th century, 1800 or like 1823,
Okay.
some area like that. Yeah.
What
So French
specifically
people
makes...
never ate before then.
That's right. There was,
Right.
It wasn't called cuisine then. It was
Right.
just like
It was
they'd
just food.
roast a duck and chew
Yeah.
on the leg.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, what makes something specifically French?
This is what next question.
The
Thanks, Kevin. I'll ask
the technique itself, the actual technique of cooking,
Like sautéing,
yeah,
flambe.
exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Oh,
process of,
Excellent.
Gotcha.
yeah,
All right.
All right, one for Justin, who already knows the answer, so it's not really like he's
doesn't
Yeah.
count.
whatever. Next question is, what is a mandolin? I thought
cookie.
I thought it was a little play guitar thingy.
It's the little slicer thing.
Correct, Kevin.
Yeah.
Great job.
Nice job.
Yeah. It is
Excellent,
a
Kevin.
hand slicer that's got a blade on it and
Oh,
basically,
that's right.
Yeah. So
I'm
you
thinking
can
Madeline.
yeah.
That's a
That-
cookie.
I've watched a dude
Okay.
literally
take fingers
on a
or
mandolin
skin.
take right
I took off
Through
a
the
huge
middle.
chunk of my thumb one time.
through the middle of his nail and down about this at this angle here.
Which you
Wow.
can see in episode 4.
Yeah, I think it was.
My
episode
husband
4, yeah.
did that too.
I took a nice
Yeah.
chunk off one time doing potatoes. I think
Yeah.
it was.
Those can be
Yeah.
round.
So now he has gloves, like
Yeah.
steel
Yeah.
gloves. I'm
I
like,
wonder
"You're
if these
such a
would work
dork."
for that.
No. I
Might
would
work
say
for
no.
the first cut.
For the first slide, yeah. Get one and then go again, and it's gone.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I guess Chef D is a fan of this show.
Yeah, Chef D.
Thank you
for
Chef
watching.
D. Thank you for watching
Thank you
and
for
subscribing.
Chef D.
Now
Yeah,
we
where's
just have
who is
F,
Chef
A,
D?
B, and
He
C
works
to
at
watch.
A1A with me.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I'll let that one
He's
My
an awesome
son-in-law
guy.
is a kitchen manager at Outback.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Justin used to work there.
Yep.
Kidding. Chef D also would like to know, where is the CIA?
Culinary Institute of America.
Boom.
Take that,
Nice.
Chef D. Now you
Points
can
for
stump my
big titty
experts.
smell good.
Yeah.
You cannot
Yeah.
stump my experts.
Yeah. Where is it? If you know, do you know what state?
Langley.
I want to say New York.
That is correct. It is in New York.
Wow.
Good
That's
job.
the FBI, isn't it, Langley?
Yes.
think so.
They're listening.
Getting back to,
right,
Hannibal Lecter.
Yes, thank you. The final culinary question from Chef D is, when was the French fry created? When? I like the who, what, where, when, all that. That's good. Did Chef D come up with that?
Yes.
I think it was
Nice.
just like in a, probably totally, just like at a random small mom and pop. He had spare potatoes.
Throw them in
Just
the
cut them
fryer.
up and like, let's fry those up.
I
and-
think
there.
maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Scott, when was French fry?
When did the French fry first hit the scene?
Yeah.
Was it a French?
It sounds
was it
like to
French
me-
people?
It was not French.
It weren't French people.
I would say it
could
would
have
be-
been
it's an American thing.
papas
Yeah.
or an American fry. I'm going to say somewhere between 1903 and 1927 would be my best guess, but I do not know.
Do we have the answer? Or what?
Justin, do we have the answer? Oh, that's the questions. Justin, do we have the answer?
We do.
We can.
We got to do this, though.
Got to Google that shit.
Yeah.
When was the French
Ah,
fry
fuck
created?
Siri.
French fries, invented in the late 18th century,
I'll take it.
became popular in the early 19th century Western Europe.
West-
This answer is from Wikipedia.
Thanks,
you, Siri.
Wikipedia and Siri.
Good for Siri.
Western Europe.
So evidently, I'm just lazy. I don't Google things. That's why you guys are here.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
All right. That's great. I'm having
I
technological
guess I was
differences.
in the zone there in the populace when it actually became more of an American.
Where it became
fry.
Americanized.
Yes, meow.
You know what's really good? Poutine. It's a
Poutine
French
is
fry
good. It's got
with
gravy and cheese and all the
Cheese
good
curds.
shit on French.
Isn't that a Canadian thing?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, let's move on to
Thank
story
you, Mr.
round.
Duck.
Beautiful.
Squeaky McDuck chimes in again. So my story takes place when I hiked the Incan Trail with my wonderful wife, and we went with REI. I recommend if you want to see Machu Picchu, the ruins in Peru, go with REI. They do a great job, and you can go along the Incan Trail, which is I think 88 kilometers. No, it's much longer than that. You start at kilometer 88 and then hike it the rest of the way to Machu Picchu. It takes about 3 or 4 days.
What country does Peru?
Peru is the country. Thank
What
you. I'll
does
ask
it
the
border?
questions. Listen to the story.
Sorry.
So we start off.
Shut up.
You start off at like this farmland at kilometer 88 or so, and then you hike a trail for about a day, and then you're getting into these like sparse homes. Like they're just kind of in the middle of nowhere, and there's a farm, and you just kind of hike through their backyard and their farm, and people are like, "Hi, how you doing? Great." And we're hiking along, and somebody had like a pig, and the pig was tied to a stake, and the pig had walked around this bush. And you could see like the leaves were taken off the branches of the bush, and the pig was just kind of sitting there all tied up against this thing like that. And so my wife and one of our friends that we're friends with now, her name's Mary, decide to help the pig. And I'm like, I don't know what kind of diseases this pig's got on it, or if they're going to get gored or whatever. And I'm like, it's some farmer's pig. It probably happens 7 times a day that this pig just walks around this tree, and somebody comes along, pays attention to the pig, and says, "Come on, pig, let's on go this way." And so these two are having the toughest time. Like one of them's pulling on the rope this way, the other one's pulling on the rope this way, and the pig's just sitting there like, "This is hilarious. Like I love this shit. This is what I do." It's just
Another group of Americans.
yeah, like we gotta save the pig. It's like some stupid pig, but it was fucking hilarious watching these two. And they did. They unwrapped it. But the real funny thing was the guide trying to talk down Sandra and Mary from undoing the pig. He's like, I don't want the fucking problems from them getting hurt, and then we're gonna have to hike them out of here if they're hurt or whatever.
The
And
farmer
he's like,
comes out and says, "It took me all day to get that pig wrapped around."
exactly.
Yeah.
That was my punchline. I'm like, the farmer just knows, what this happens all the time, probably. But that's my story. The story of the pig and Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu is fantastic.
Machu Picchu pig.
Yeah.
Really extraordinary place. Anyways, Scott, what's your story?
I have a St. Augustine story.
Good, because this is
The
a
oldest
Saint Augustine
city.
show.
Kind of when I first met my wife, we were exchanging different terms and, figuring out what things mean in our native languages. I do speak English. So, and she does speak Mandarin. So in Mandarin, the word muffin, it's really muffin, means horseshit.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
in the morning we'd kid each other, and she'd say to me, "Hey,
Hey, muffin.
yeah, no, almost." She'd say to me like, "You like muffin?" And I say, "What has the horse been eating?" And she go, "Horse eat blueberries." So we're walking downtown by O.C. White's. We're not giving them a plug unless you're paying us money. And we're walking downtown, and all of a sudden we were kind of talking about the muffin thing, and this woman is in O.C. White's, which is outside seating, and people there are having fun, and she comes up to, she sees somebody she hasn't seen in like a long time. She said, "Oh, how you doing, Joe? I love you like a muffin." I look at my wife, and I said, "Did she just say, I love you like a muffin?" And she goes, yes, she did. Couldn't believe it.
She left you like a horse poop?
Yeah, so we just started laughing. And it's, that one of those inside joke things. I don't know. So that's a little St. Augustine story.
Maybe that's a term of endearment.
For some people, yes.
It's all in the context.
Hey, muffin.
Hey,
Hey,
well,
horse
it is
shit.
for a lot of people called, their
muffin.
sweet one, muffin, right? So muffin has a little different content.
I'm definitely going
meaning.
home and calling my wife muffin.
How you doing, muffin?
You're not going to tell her what it means.
My
yet.
sweet little muffin.
I'm just gonna do for like a
Just
week
like a
straight.
joke to yourself.
Yeah, just for a week straight. Like, I love you, muffin.
Okay.
And then she sees this,
And
and
he's
she's
gonna-
like,
he's
"You fucking
gonna go
asshole."
Yeah.
The
Back
one
there.
episode she decides to watch is this one. I'm a piece of horse shit, am I?
Yeah.
Really? Let's see what you're eating tonight.
He'll go around the corner and start giggling to himself.
So,
Got her again.
and it doesn't go with anything else. You can say any other animal shit, and it wouldn't make
Hey, pig
sense.
shit.
Pig shit would be Jew shit. Jufin.
Okay.
And Jufin. Yeah.
Jufin.
Nothing racial there. And then, like dog shit would be goma.
Goma.
So,
Seems like shit has a different word depending on what animal you use it with.
go fin. Sorry, not goma. Ma is a question. Go fin. It would be go fin.
Okay.
Like maybe go fins, like the dolphins. I don't
Like
know.
that?
They are shit.
Yeah.
They're not this year.
Yes, they are.
But
Just wait.
evidently fin is shit.
Speaking
Okay.
of which,
Thanks, Scott.
sock shoe is.
Yeah, what's wrong with sock shoe, dude?
Well-
Where's Barnsey?
Apparently, Barnsey gave sock shoe the old, since it's sock shoe's his bitch. I guess Barnsey got a little tired from the old.
Beating the shit out of him?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Barnesy needs a day off.
Barnsey taking the day off. Sock shoe stepping in.
Barnsey's sleeping right now.
He's
hungover.
wearing his winter gear because it's obviously very cold here in St. Augustine at this
Good
time.
thing
of
he's
year.
got all that wool.
Yeah, he's got his.
And fat.
Pandas
God's
usually
wetsuit.
thrive in the cold.
Yeah. Kevin, tell us your story,
It looks
please.
like panda.
So, got a Navy story for you.
I love
so
it.
In the, an ode to Roger Jones, I'm going to bring it down.
Okay. Who's
So,
trying to recover from his
when-
PTSD right
Is
now?
he? Yeah, good for him.
From the
He's
show,
sick. More for
Get
you,
better,
Raj.
Raj.
Right. So I went to my first command in 1988. And when you go through the Navy boot camp and A school and C school, it's all about what job you're going to do.
Okay.
So it's kind of like going to college almost.
It's like an aptitude
And-
test.
Yeah. And so I was going to be a mechanic, or I was a mechanic. And there was a kid a couple classes back from me that was going to graduate after I'd made it to the fleet. So I went to Charleston, and one of the guys that I graduated with, his name was Don Logue, he went to Virginia. And this is back before the internet. This is back before cell phones.
Yep.
So the only time you could communicate was either
were starting
landlines or
fires
letters.
with sticks.
Basically, sending smoke signals. And so he was one of the guys that I would keep in contact with. Well, this kid that was getting ready to graduate or graduate behind us, he was, when you get to your command, you get hazed. I mean,
All right.
it's just part of the
Gotta
thing,
do it.
You know, you got to start off at the bottom and you're going to get shit on.
Unless you're
Not
the
a big
commander.
deal. Yeah,
Wow.
and he doesn't usually get hazed. But anyway, this kid, you could hear him because he had such a high, effeminate voice.
Everything
that
you got.
thought he was female.
He was in the Navy. Come on.
And he
shit.
he was rail thin, and he had the worst skin you could possibly imagine. You know, it was
Okay.
like the joke where they say his face caught on fire and they put it out with an ice pick.
Damn.
That was just
Fucking hard.
Looked like Fire Marshal Bill.
That
I
was
like
this
it,
poor
though.
kid. I mean, he was a nice kid, but he was one of those know-it-all kind of kids, and you knew that he was not going to do well under the hazing thing. Well, we have these spaces for the engines called the intake space. That's where the air comes in first.
Okay.
And it goes. It's just a big, open, empty room, but they're locked. The only thing that's in it is just anti-icing piping. If it's cold,
Okay.
then you don't want. You know, it's like an aircraft
Run
engine. You
hot
don't want
water through it.
Yeah. Well, hot air.
Hot air.
And that's pretty much it. And the only way you can get in there is through one little manhole cover that's locked. And we keep it locked because people throw shit in there and stuff
All
like that.
right.
Well, Don wrote me a letter one day. He's like, hey, you remember so-and-so? And I'm thinking, yeah, that's the kid with the high voice. He said, yeah, he hung himself in the intake.
Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
And that's not the kind of place that you go into on a daily basis. You have to actually get keys and go in and inspect. The only time you inspect is before you get underway.
How long was he hanging there?
Yeah, well, that's
That
the
was-
questions. That was
the thing. He didn't tell me, but he said it was bad.
Jeez.
So I can only imagine. I don't
Poor
know how
kid.
long
That
it
is
is.
not-
So
What was,
happy story.
what was
It
the
was rough.
hazing?
it's just whatever people want to get on.
It's not
me
one
about.
specific thing. I think like the
No.
Air Force,
I
they
mean-
have the pin and then they grab that, beat the shit out of it or something.
Well, I mean,
or-
there's like I don't know how they do it in the Army, but in the Navy, where
The Army, being in the Army, is hazing.
yeah, they'll do what they call tacking on, which they just punch in the shoulder or something like that when you make
Yeah,
rank
yeah, yeah.
and things like that. And you know, there was a thing about the SEALs or the airmen that would get their pins on and they would slap 'em
Exactly,
real
that's what
hard.
I'm talking about. Yeah.
But this is just like, you know, just good nature. But it depends on how badly he got it. And I'm telling you, the kid with the voice and the skin,
Yeah.
It was easy to pick
he was
on
probably
already.
an easy target. And
And they
like
piled
I said,
on a little too hard,
He was
maybe.
a know-it-all kind of guy, and they probably just were relentless.
If they don't like you, I imagine the hazing is 10 times worse.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially if you're cool about it, and you say, all right, you got me, then they'll probably just lose interest. But if
Yeah.
you're whiny and you complain and
They
you're
really
like,
like
stop,
it.
leave me alone, they'll come back.
It's kind of the reason for the hazing, to pick out the
weak.
weak and
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a kind of an unconscious, like, we all got to get together and be a team kind of thing.
also like brotherhood building
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So we're all going to beat the shit out of this one guy,
Yeah. And he'll love
make
us.
him
and
feel
we'll be
like
a
us.
brother. We'll be a brotherhood.
Well, Stockholm syndrome is ass. That's what we'll do.
He'll think we're friends afterwards.
We're gonna
But,
beat
yeah.
the shit out of him, and he's gonna love it.
Yeah, just like Private Pile and
Just wait and
Full Metal
see.
Jacket.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Roger. Kevin.
Yeah. That's ode to Roger.
Thanks. This is the Roger appreciation episode.
I hope you feel better, RMFJ.
Yeah, RMFJ, get better. Seriously.
Poor Roger.
Kristen, are you prepared with the story?
Well, I do have one that happened years and years and years ago. I was going down the highway it'd probably the other highway,
Chicago,
downstate Illinois.
Illinois,
So it was a 2-lane both ways, and it's country. It was,
cornfields and shit.
yeah. And I'm just driving along, and I passed this guy, and I shit you not, he was sucking on a dildo
Nice.
Wait,
Nice.
by himself?
by himself.
Nice.
So I
Practicing.
glance over when I pass him, and I'm like,
What?
did I just fucking see that? So I kind of slowed down. He
Let him
slowed
pass
down, and he turned, and
She's
he's
gonna want
like,
to see this. She's into it.
I'm like,
really going
I'm like,
nuts.
you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Need to pull over.
It's working. It's working.
And then she said, "I love you like a muffin."
That's right. I love you, Muffin.
I was like, no, this can't be
No.
happening. And I sped up, and he was, I'm like, get me the fuck.
This is great.
I was like, this can't be happening. But there's nobody around. So was he doing this driving, or was he waiting for someone to pass
He's like,
him?
now's my shot.
Yeah.
So we're going to a football game. Sorry to elaborate on your story a little bit. We're going to a Dolphins game, and we're leaving Uncle Al's. It's a little wing place bar. It was amazing.
Excellent wings.
Excellent wings. Best wings ever.
Cheap
And-
cigarettes in a
yeah,
cigarette machine.
Yeah, old school. Yeah,
Buck
Pool
25.
tables, yeah,
Love
pool
it.
tables
Damn
with
right.
the quarters. And we're driving to the game. We leave there. We have food before. Go to the game, and we look over. And I'm looking over, and I told my brother. I said, and I look over, and this lady is just going to town on her
true.
man or whoever it was. And I mean, and she looks up at us.
Oh,
and I
roadhead,
look over
some
and I'm like,
roadhead.
yeah. And I look over and I look at Bryce and we look at her and she's like, and she just goes right back to it.
She's like, gotta finish.
Yeah.
I'm caught now.
Next.
It was great.
You just see this like head going
yeah.
up, you know, like
yeah,
Nice.
and he's like, and we're like,
Oh, yeah.
and then she
swerving
kinda,
on the road, driving 10 miles an hour.
She kind of does it like a deer in headlights,
Yeah.
like, and she's like,
Like we go
Yeah.
slob on the knob.
yeah. Great
Two
stuff.
excellent stories in one. All right.
Yeah.
That's a good way to get you another story.
Yeah.
You bought yourself another story.
Thank
so
you.
what is your story?
My story happens to be about knowing Dan Marino. So
And he played with his kids. isn't
yeah,
it?
so that's my story. So my dad was
The
in construction.
legend Dan
Yeah,
Marino.
the legend Dan Marino. See, I have a lot
Oh,
of dolphins.
okay.
Interesting. My day today has been dolphin related. I like it. Anyway, so my dad was in construction. He worked for Coastal Construction, a big construction company down in South Florida. He built Dan Marino's home, Jimmy Johnson,
Sylvester Stallone.
yeah, I mean
Oprah Winfrey.
Madonna, all
Don
you name
Shula.
it. Yeah,
They build all their fucking shit down.
all of it, big homes, whatever. So we're at his house that he's building. My dad's going through, doing kind of like walkthrough, and Dan Marino's son happens to be out there, and we're throwing. And he's like, "Hey, you want to throw football?" So I'm getting to toss the football with Dan Marino's son. The best part about this story is
How hard
that
was your dick?
that's the best part about this
Okay.
story.
He was like 14. And it was,
So his-
All the
you
time.
can
So-
imagine it was like,
So Dan Marino's woman comes out, and she's giving me the eye.
sure she was 14
She's
year old.
giving me the eye, and so
Your little ginger stash.
just started
One pube.
Just started chefing. I just started getting into chefing.
It was nothing
and
like
she
this
asked
back
me, she asked me to toss her salad.
Oh.
Yeah, and being a chef, I tossed her salad.
So
very
you
well.
actually went in there and made her a
An
salad.
actual salad.
An actual salad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cooked her a salad. Yeah, tossed her salad.
Cooked her a salad?
Tossed her salad.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but no, actually, yeah. Tossed football with Dan Marino and tossed his
And
woman's salad. For
Dan
him.
Marino was nice enough to sign 2 footballs.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he said, "Oh, I got an
That's
older
cool.
brother." So
Yeah.
he
2
solid,
commemorative footballs.
Got me
Oh,
an
nice.
autographed
Do you
football
still
of Dan
have 'em?
Marino.
That 2 asshole kids I went to high school with stole them. We're pretty certain because it was definitely
What are their
felt like it was an
names?
inside
I
job.
don't even remember their.
I don't
I never
even know
met
those
those kids
shithead
really.
kids.
I just know they were
Yeah.
assholes.
They were assholes.
And like their parents had this little like cannon that was
Yeah.
about this big, and they would pack it with gunpowder and fire it all the time,
Yeah.
and make this big boom kind of sound, and it's just annoying.
So
And
if
I knew-
anybody knows these 2 pricks, let us know.
I went down there. I was gonna go down there
We
with
went-
a BB
we went
gun.
on
I was like, I know you took my footballs. I'm gonna kick your ass. Like I was like,
I forget where we went, but like we went somewhere, and I guess you were playing with them, and you showed them the football
Yeah,
one time.
just
And these are
showed,
the
like-
only people who knew that he had an autographed Dan Marino football.
They
Those
did.
are the
we
only
went
2
away,
things
we
that
came
yeah.
back, and those were gone, and
those
some
are
of
the
my
only 2
mom's
things, and
jewelry
mom's
was
jewelry.
So
gone.
they broke into your house.
And
They
Inside
busted
job.
into the house
Yep.
while we were
Okay.
away,
Yeah.
and we think it was these 2 little assholes.
These are the only 2 things that were stolen: 2
But-
footballs and a little
It's
bit
like
of
the
jewelry.
Hall of Fame quarterback autographs.
Yeah.
It's like, man, this is cool shit. We had 2 of them. It was great. But nice
my
story,
story.
dude.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I think that's it, everybody, right? I mean, we got some more sand here, but
I mean,
we're down a couple
making it
exports.
Yeah.
I can eat these.
We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We're going to eat some Pringles, get something to eat, unless Fernando would like to chime in with a story. I know he's got a story or 2 in his...
My camera is not working.
Okay, so that's
We
fine.
can hear you.
You can stand in front of this one.
You want to sit here?
Hi.
No.
I am Fernando, and this is my story. I was selling vacuum cleaners to. All right, let's wrap it up. Special
Sounds good.
thanks to this. What's that? You gonna say something? Are you going to say something important or funny? No? Okay, let's wrap it up. Special thanks to our panel of experts. Thank you guys very much for starting off Season 3, Episode 13.
You do smell good, by the way. That's not just a...
Our expert roster is
story.
deep. Yes, and Kristen, thank you very much. Scott, thank you very much. Producer and stand-in expert at times, Fernando. Thank you very much
Water
for all of
Dragon.
this. For our 127 fans that have subscribed, we thank
Keep
you
coming.
very much.
I can't wait to walk around Publix with this.
People are going to recognize you.
Yeah.
Well, with this big titty
Can you,
smell good
can
on
you
it.
show the fans before we close?
Can we see
Just
your
stand
back?
up. I think we can get it on this camera.
Where do I go?
This is why Kristen cannot
Where
wear
am I?
hers in public. Just stand up
Stand up right.
and then face me.
Watch your headphones.
Well, you're not facing me, but that's okay.
Yep.
We got it
Means turn
somewhere.
around.
She's not going to be able to.
there. Oh,
Yeah,
Anyways,
there it is.
Special thanks to all of you watching. All right. Good whenever, wherever you are. I'm Brizzle. Thanks.
Thanks, Brizzle. Great podcasting.
It's fun.
I wish
Casting
I could
pods.
say it was a pleasure, but
All right.
It
Well,
was
you're not coming back.